Hey, everybody. Happy New Year
Hello,
and welcome to Trail Talk. I'm Edie
and I'm Mary.
and we are so glad to be back with you today. It's been a long time.
I know.
Such a long
like-
time. It's like
It's a new year. It's a
Seems
new
like last year
It
since
is
we
a
saw
new
you
year.
guys.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we're got a million of them. So we are, speaking of the years, we're going to talk about last year and a lot of the cool things that happened. It was really fun thinking
Amazing.
about all the things that happened around here in
In the
2022.
blink of an eye, it seems
Yeah,
like.
yeah. And she's not really sick if you're hearing that person coughing. That's Bailey.
It's just
back
definitely
there.
we pump in here to.
Yeah. Anyway, and then we're gonna kind of give you some of the highlights of what's gonna happen in 2023. And hopefully everybody is gonna be super excited to come here and visit us
I know.
this year.
We do autographs.
Yes, we do. We absolutely do. So anyway, let's just get going. We're going to talk about the Garris Gallery of the American West for a minute. This is like such a great picture, but our art gallery is so extraordinary. I mean, we have so many pieces from very collectible artists.
Well-known.
Some of the yes,
Mhm.
the most well-known of the genre, which is obviously American West, Western art.
Right.
But you can see, I mean, some of our key pieces. We have this Timothy Tate Navaquaya in the back here. There is our bronze of Geronimo.
Mark Martins.
Yeah, Mark Martinson's Geronimo. We have these super cool reliefs here. There's some ledger art over there. I mean, some really great pieces, but this entry, it says explorers. Those pieces right inside the doors there, the entry,
Right.
those are
section.
the Remington and the Russell and the Catlins and so many of the
The names that really grab you. And,
right
You know.
that they're historically known Western artists.
Not just local.
Yeah. So we are just so privileged to have so many great pieces of art. But what you can't see from this is the area where we put the featured artists, and those are the ones, the exhibits that rotate through the year. And so right off the bat, last year we had Polly Thurston's art and Kelly Yarborough's art, and they are two women who their paths have crossed a couple of times in their lives, and then they decided to come together. Polly lives in Texas and Kelly lives in Kansas, and they decided to come together, meet in the middle in Oklahoma. And last year's theme was 3 states, 1 trail.
Yes.
Is that how it went? Something like
Yes,
that.
anyway.
And anyway, so the
Okay.
3 states, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, they met in Oklahoma and did a show together here. And their art is very different,
Right.
but it was a really cool
Mhm.
show just to
Mhm.
see the contrast
Right.
and the unique pieces
Just
that they
wasn't
did.
one focus of type of art.
Yeah, and so they were here in January and February. And then in March, we had Youth Art Month. And that is always such a great
The art,
time.
the capabilities of the kids that they bring in. I mean, it's just, you see here, I mean, it's just, you would
Oh,
not believe that it comes from high school students.
right, and we have tons, there's always some
Ceramics,
ceramics,
mhm.
some mosaics. Of course, there's all sorts of, they use all different mediums, to create the works. This is a lady who's an art teacher in Elgin, and she always brings
Their
over
classes.
some really great pieces. And so anyway, just mark your calendars for this year. March is always Youth Art Month here at the Heritage Center. And so they will be in the featured artist area again. And then we had Jerry and Kathy Smyers, and Jerry is a sculptor and wood carver. And then Kathy does these really cool weavings
Mhm.
and creates these amazing
Pieces.
pieces. Yeah, it's like a painting.
It's like a
here.
painting, right? But it's more like a blanket.
Yeah,
Kinda like a
and
little-
it's a very
Mhm.
tightly woven.
Kinda
And
reminds me like a saddle blanket.
yeah,
kind of way.
and honestly, we had had Trail Talk interviews with all of these artists, and theirs was very interesting, the way she described what she does. So if you're kind of interested in that and you want to go back and look up the Smyers. They were here in, let's see, April through June. Yeah.
Usually they run 3 to 4 months,
Yeah.
our exhibits.
Yeah, and then Jilly Jones was here July, August, and September with her photography. Amazing, super
Mhm.
cool pieces. I couldn't find a snapshot of the piece that we got to keep.
So they'll just have to come in.
So
and see
you're
it.
just gonna have to come and see it, but it is large, maybe not quite as, it's square, more square than rectangular.
Right.
And it is a very cool picture, so you need to come to the Garris Gallery and check that out. And then lastly, Mike Larson and his just, wow, breathtaking, exactly, pieces of art. I don't know how well you can see this piece here, but this is called the Code Talkers,
Mhm.
and this piece now has a
Lives.
permanent home in the Garris
Mhm.
Gallery. We are so excited and privileged to have this piece permanently. So glad that we got to keep that. Anyway, just a smattering of pieces. This one with these two horses. This was, I think, like a relative of Mike Larson's. And the horses are named Ned and Jack, but Jack is also called Old SOB. I'm going the rated G version on that name, but anyway. Yeah, so that's kind of a
Those are the
funny
no-no.
story. Yeah, that's kind of a funny story that goes that, but if you didn't get by to see Mike Larson's pieces, those are gone now.
Yeah.
And I'll be sharing with you shortly who's coming this month, but anyway, so those were the featured artists that we had here in 2022. And so now we're going to talk about some of the cool events we had.
Mhm.
This was our Cowboys and Cobblers event. This is the line of people waiting to get their cobbler tasting plates, which was very fun, and we need more cobblers for this year. So are we doing a Cowboys and Cobblers? We don't have that on the agenda for this year. Okay.
If you're wanting to test a recipe, we
Uh-huh.
always welcome.
Yeah, we are practiced, well-versed, professional even.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Give you critiques.
cobbler tasters. So yeah, you can trust us. One of the performers of that day was Jay Snyder, who happens to be Oklahoma's poet laureate for
Yes.
2023. We are so
Very
excited for Jay and for the state of Oklahoma to get to know him. If you guys have
He's been a
seen him
friend
on
of
Trail
ours for
Talk, yeah,
years.
he's been a friend of the Heritage Center forever. He and I are from the same hometown, and he lives about a quarter of a mile from where my mom and dad live. And so we've just been neighbors. I've known Jay forever.
Great
And
guy.
Yes, and I'm just so excited for him. And he's gonna be here in 2023, but I'm gonna tell you about that some more here in a little bit. And then here's what artists we have. Every time we have an event, we feature multiple types of art.
Mhm.
We love to
All types of art,
have
music.
we
painting,
want
photography.
performing arts, we want visual arts, we want everything, because we want you, our community, to experience as much of the art world as you
And
can.
we like to showcase our local talent.
Exactly. And at the same time, get a taste of the Western spirit that we love around here. So anyway, this was fun. This was do you remember this lady's?
Shirley King.
This is
Mhm.
Shirley King here, and she does really great at portraits. She is really gifted at portraits. Anyway, it was really fun having her here that day.
She actually will be here January 10th through the end of February with a few of her pieces on display in the lobby for Black History Month in February.
Okay, did you hear that? Her pieces will be in our lobby at January 10th through the end of February. So that is exciting, Bailey. Oh, that is so great. So come by and support Miss King and check out some of her pieces. That'll be fun. And then, of course, our annual event, National Day of the Cowboy, which is, I can never remember. I've been trying to say, is it the last Saturday or the fourth Saturday?
Fourth.
In June?
in July.
July. It's just hot.
It's
I know it's
hot,
hot.
and it's at the end of July and it's a Saturday. So
All day
um,
usually.
yeah. Anyway, it is a full day of fun here at the Heritage Center. And one thing I haven't mentioned, every time we host an event, admission is free.
Right.
So it's a great time to bring friends and family who haven't been here before.
Theaters run.
Yes, the theaters are going, the
Mhm.
gallery is open, and then we always pack the place with a lot of other people. This is, oh my gosh, I just went
Jerry
blank.
Bennett.
Bennett, yeah, Jerry Bennett. He's a graphic artist. He was on Trail Talk a while back. Well, I think it was like in July. It was right before this
That's right.
National Day of the Cowboy. And anyway, is he going to be
He will be a featured artist in
in
2024.
24? Yeah, he's already on the calendar to be a featured artist. He is a very cool guy.
He is.
Very-
Great guy to talk to.
And then we have this lady who does these amazing basket weaving. She teaches kids how to do basket
This,
weaving.
this was in this room and this room was full.
Yeah, yeah, she is, and she is so talented. She's always working on baskets
Mhm,
while people are
mhm.
talking to her.
Mhm.
I mean, I think she could weave baskets in her
She
sleeve.
probably could.
And you can tell, I mean, she doesn't just make.
It's not just one
yeah,
design.
Like, I mean, she's got a little snowman, there's a jack-o'-lantern back there, there's all kinds of just,
Mhm.
some of them actually look like
Picnic
those Longa
baskets.
Burger baskets. You know what I'm talking
Mhm,
about?
mhm.
Some of them look like those. And then here we have Missy and Galen performing. They were with our dear friend Alan Wooten, who and they formed the Cowboy Opry Band.
Right.
And then we lost Alan in December of 2021. But Missy and Galen continue to help support our events here at the Heritage Center. And the Cowboy Opry Band has been a staple of
Yeah.
National Day of the Cowboy for a very long time. And it was just really so great to have them here with us that day.
They
Yeah.
fill the air with music
Yeah.
and.
And just, they sing and sing and sing all day.
Yeah.
They really give us their all that day. So anyway, National Day of the Cowboy 2022 was a really great day around here. And then we had our Western Spirit celebration in October the 1st. No, yes.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
October the 1st. It was a very fun day. Here's a friend of the Heritage Center. I can't remember anyone's name.
Jan-
Jan
Jan Carroll playing the dulcimer.
Right.
She is really talented. She was one of the very early guests on Trail Talk,
Mhm.
very
Yes, she
early.
was. Yes, she was.
Probably in the first 10
I would say.
guests that
probably
we
not.
had on Trail Talk. She came on and played, and anyway, just very encouraging for a fledgling program like Trail Talk, trying to get it off the feet off the ground. And then of course we had the chuck wagon
wagons
with the
were out.
fresh biscuits.
Mhm.
Here's a
Mhm.
great picture of the wagon with the biscuit making back here. And then more entertainment. We just had a ton of entertainers. We had art here inside the Heritage Center. We had
Have the Longhorn here.
Yeah.
oh yeah, there was a Longhorn people could ride, which I find to be one of the funniest things. It was like a docile.
He was. He didn't like
Longhorn.
having the Longhorn upside down on him though.
Yeah.
He horned me. I
Yeah.
did it to
Yeah,
him.
wasn't- He didn't like that.
Didn't like it.
We had working cattle dogs here.
Mhm.
We had a kids area where they could make fun crafts. Inside the Heritage Center, we had some dancers, and we also had the ladies from the OHCE, Oklahoma Homemaker, where they made the barn quilt.
Quilts.
They made the
Quilts.
barn quilt squares, they paint them.
Mhm.
It's art, y'all. It is
Mhm.
geometric art and at its finest. And anyway, it was
Something
just
for everybody.
yeah. Oh, yeah. These piping hot biscuits slathered in homemade jellies
Art
and
contests
jams.
for kids.
Yes, we had art contests. We had a jam jelly butter contest. I mean, it was a really fun day. The weather was absolute perfection.
Yes.
So anyway, Western Spirit Celebration, just another fun event that we had here at the Heritage Center. And then we had Halloween on the Trail.
Talk
which
about-
It was our very first, and wow, was it fun.
We had so many costumes, so many kids.
Oh, yeah, tons of costumes. We had a funny little game. There was another game in the corner. There was little crafts for the kids to
yeah.
do. And then we had the haunted campfire
Mhm.
where we told scary
Good stories,
stories
yes.
and tried to
Everything
scare
was decked
people a
out.
little bit. Yeah, the place was just full. It was
Haunted.
it was so fun. In fact, we are going to do that one again.
Yeah.
That one gets a comeback. It was on a smaller scale than some of the other events that we
Right.
talked about, and it was kind
But it
of,
was overall, it was.
it
huge
was
success.
in, we did it at the same time that the Simmons Center was doing their haunted trail outside. And so they really buddied up well together and seemed like a great idea. So that's probably something you should mark your calendars for.
We do charge admission. for
That was $1 admission.
Yeah, $1 per child
Mhm.
on that for
Mhm.
admission.
Mhm.
And the theaters were not open except for the
Right.
campfire, but like it was a small scale. It was a nighttime
Right.
thing. And it was focused mostly for the younger
For the
kids.
kids. We did provide. the-
Yeah.
We
audience.
did awesome decorations.
Oh, yeah, we
Mhm.
did.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
there were
good.
spiders everywhere.
Yeah, fog.
Yeah, screaming, and scariness.
Mhm. Candy.
Yeah. So another program, I wish that I had a word besides program. I don't like that word. It just
Event.
bleh. Yeah, so activity,
Gathering.
gathering,
Opportunity.
super fun thing to do is maybe how I'd rather. Anyway, for those of you readers out there, I think I want to tell you about Let's Talk About It. It is a book club that is sponsored by Oklahoma Humanities, and they provide the books, and they also provide a scholar who comes each month to help lead a discussion
On
about
that
the
specific
book
book.
that
Mhm.
was read.
Mhm.
So there are 5 books. The books go in an order. It's a series. There's a theme. It was the cowboy was the theme of last time.
Mhm.
And I mean, we read Monty Walsh, we read Log of a Cowboy, we read The Virginian, we read Lonesome Dove, which is like 900 and something pages.
They
And
lived once.
I-
Edie lived once.
I did. I talked about it a lot. I listened to it on Audible mostly, but I finished that book and it's a good read. So,
I think Mary and I technically finished. it
yeah,
too.
Mary and Bailey, yeah, I discussed it a lot
We did.
myself. But when I say a scholar, I'm talking about a college professor who is, I don't know if you'd say an expert, but someone who has a lot of
Well-versed.
interest and experience
Mhm.
studying the literature, the books that they present.
Mhm.
And it's just a really fun evening. We always have some coffee and some snacks, and it's a couple of hours on a Monday evening. And we loved it so much. We're gonna do that again in 2023. So I'll be talking about that some more here in a little bit, but let's talk about it. I would love to invite you to come to Let's Talk About It this year. You come here, check out the books. It's very easy. And you return the books.
Right, the books need
The
to be
books
returned.
are returned. Yeah. And then some other things that
This
we
is
do and we've been doing for a while. This is Free Family Art Monday.
Yes.
And this is, I mean, this is such a fun thing. So every Monday in June and July, from 2 to 4 in the
We
afternoon.
picked the coolest months.
Yes, you will see us outside under the portico
Mhm.
with free art
Everything you need.
for any age,
Mhm.
anyone.
Do one, do all of them. Come
Exactly.
and go.
Come and go.
Come look
whatever.
at it. Whatever.
And just so you know, when it breaks 100 around here, we will come inside
Yes.
and do our art in
Yeah,
the building because, I mean,
there's only
sometimes,
so much we can
yeah,
take.
it's just not that fun.
No,
Or if the winds are super high.
right, because
When it's super
Wind's
windy,
blowing around
yeah,
everywhere.
we've lost glitter, paint, Q-tips,
oh,
little tiny pieces of
Yes.
paper.
tissue
for-
paper.
Yeah, yeah. So some things don't work that well when
Right.
it's windy and hot. And you may be thinking, why are you doing this in June and July when it's traditionally windy and hot?
Because the kids are out of school.
Yeah. So,
You
you
need
know,
something to do.
we're doing it for the kids. If you have it, they will come. This is proof right here.
Mhm.
So mark your calendars.
It's only June this year.
Oh, and it's only for the month of June this year. So, that will kind of help with some of
Yeah,
the heat. It-
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
it should help.
And we have it like under the portico, so there is
Mhm,
shade. I mean,
yeah.
we're not just out there baking in the sun,
Yes.
expecting everyone to come bake with us.
Exactly. So, anyway, as you can see, we did, paper mache, paint. But, oh, this was salt art, yeah, all kinds of
We
fun.
did all kinds of fun things.
Yeah, super.
And not usually your typical types of mediums or, we've painted with toothbrushes and combs and.
Yeah, a
Horse
lot of
finger.
things that you wouldn't necessarily have around your house.
Right.
But we collect it all and do it. Anyway, it's fun, very fun. And then cowpokes and brush strokes and wranglers. So I'm pretty sure wranglers kicked off in 2022.
Mhm.
And
In the
in
spring.
January of
Yeah, in the spring.
2022, yeah. Was our very first wrangler. So we've been doing cowpokes and brush strokes for several years.
Since I've been here.
Yeah, so that cowpokes is for 2 to 4 year olds. And it's from 1:45 to 2:30 on Monday afternoons. It's for 8
8
weeks.
sessions.
Yeah, and we have one session that begins in January and one that begins in September. So we do it twice a year. And just a really fun,
It's an art project.
Yeah.
For or the 2 to 4 year olds, it's
Mm.
an art project, which again, we supply everything.
Mhm,
There is a cost involved.
yeah.
And then a story and song.
Mhm. And it's sponsored by the Oklahoma Arts Council, yeah, and National Endowment for the Arts.
Which we
They,
cannot do without.
right, we could not do it without them. They help us provide a really fun activity. So some of the parents who bring the cowpokes had some older kiddos in their family and they homeschool. And so we always give out a form asking for them to kind of
Suggestions.
evaluate us. And there was a suggestion and one mom suggested something for the older kids. So we took that and ran with it and Wranglers
was
was
born.
born, exactly. And we had like 10 Wranglers who came.
And
each
some of
session.
them were cowpokes at one point.
That's true. Yeah, they outgrew cowpokes and they got to come back as Wranglers. And so it has really developed into a great program. The little kids, you can see we're sitting here doing a story. So, 2 to 4 year olds, the attention span's a lot shorter.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll do a couple, 2 or 3 art projects with the little ones, and then we'll go do a story and some jumping
And it
around.
helps develop their motor
games.
skills
Yeah.
and things as well. It's
It-
not just sitting down with a coloring book.
Right, yeah, that's a good point, Mary. And then the Wranglers do an older level art, and that's all they do for that 45 minutes. And it has just been so well received. We are thrilled to continue with that. Some other things that we don't have slides for. In 2022, we hosted for the first time the One Duncan Frontier Day.
Which I believe we're doing again. this year.
Yeah, that was really well received. The community loved it. We had the perfect location for that.
Mhm.
And I was at the Rotary Club meeting at noon today. And it occurred to me, we have this large property. And for us to be really good stewards of that property, it's important that we use all of it. And so things like Frontier Day and our outdoor events
Mhm.
allow us to use every part of the property that the Heritage
Not just
Center
the building
sits on.
itself.
Yeah. And so we have a lot of grass out there, and we've got a monument, and we've got the portico, and so we're able to incorporate all of that. And that's so I feel like that's us being a really good steward of what we have here.
Well, just the surroundings. I mean, the atmosphere of the place itself.
The
Gives back to it.
aesthetics outside, yeah, so anyway, yeah, so One Duncan, the Frontier Day was great. Of course, we have our education programs, which we have a special program for kindergarten through second grade, which is an animal lesson or a
Science.
cowboy lesson. Or, you know, schools can come twice in 1 year and get each of the lessons.
Right.
And then third grade and up, we have 4 different lessons that we do throughout the school year. And each of those lessons covers science, technology, engineering, art, and math,
Right.
STEAM. You
Mhm.
might have seen that
Oklahoma
acronym.
standards.
Yes, and then the past skills, the Oklahoma standards, and also the Texas standards.
Correct.
We be
Incorporate.
sure to incorporate all of those into our education programs.
We're also.
Then
GE
this
certified.
year, the what?
We're also GE
Oh,
certified.
yeah, we are Great Expectations Certified Classroom
The
here,
only one.
the only museum, yeah, the only classroom that's not a traditional classroom. And so we're pretty proud of that. That's something we are recertified every year. So those are,
I think 13, 14 years now.
yes, yeah. And that's something that we
All
work really hard to keep up. We feel like that's an important part of our teaching strategy here. And then we started last fall, a creative writing lesson that we are also incorporating. Now that focus has primarily been on 6th graders. But we also had some high school students who took part in that. And starting this year, this spring, we've added to our original lesson. Well, we've actually created a second lesson. And so some of the classes that came in the fall can come back in the spring. And then we have 3rd graders who are going to be doing that. We kind of reached out to some other ages. We can, this sounds like I'm gonna be, patting us on the back or whatever, but the teachers here, we can change the lesson, adapt it to whatever age we need to.
Mhm.
And so we work really hard to accommodate whoever wants to come, whatever teacher wants to come.
And how many times they want to come.
And one of the things that we've done, which I think this is brilliant, is so for years, Dr. Nathan Brown has come here and done a workshop with 6th grade
Right,
students.
in person, in-house.
Yes. And he uses the art in the Garris Gallery as an inspiration
Right. Mhm.
for the creative
Mhm.
writing. Well, we've taken that same idea and incorporated it into these creative writing lessons. So the students aren't just thinking outside the box, learning to write creatively, they're being exposed to the amazing art that we have.
Right.
I mean, isn't that so cool how Leah does that? She
Leah's our leader.
yes, she is. And
She gets the credit.
she puts it all together in such a way that the kids are always experiencing this place as a whole.
Right. It's not just a one.
Yeah,
one-
not just a theater, not just one
Mm-mm,
lesson,
mm-mm,
not just the
mm-mm.
art, it's everything.
They come, they have fun, they learn, and they don't know they're learning, which makes
Exactly.
it even more fun for us.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Anyway, and we continue with our virtual lessons.
Mhm.
So when the kiddos can't come to us, we go to them. We send an art project
Mhm.
and we meet them and do a lesson over Zoom, and that has been so successful.
Yes.
We have
it's on-
some teachers who just repeatedly use that service that we are offering. And
Right.
so we are thrilled about that. And then we also do a summer education program.
Daycares.
Daycares, YMCA's,
Camp, summer camp.
yeah, a lot of those groups will come during the summer, and we have an education program for them as well. It's a smaller scale
Yes.
than the school year run,
Right.
but it's still a great time to
Mhm.
bring kiddos here. So anyway, so I think yeah, okay. So that brings us to 2023. I meant to have something here that said 2020. So imagine with me, 2023.
As you will.
Yeah. One thing that we have a brand new theme this year, diversity on the trail.
Mhm. it's
And We have a brand new exhibit about diversity on the trail. We are going to do a lot of focusing on the different people groups, ethnicities who played important roles in the cattle drives and the establishing of Oklahoma,
Cowboy lifestyle.
yes,
but-
just so many things, all of the
Right.
influences.
Mhm.
And so we are excited to further dive into the history of
Expand
and
upon.
take it next level.
Mhm.
And we so this month in January, we are participating in the Duncan Area Arts Hall of Fame for the very first time and giving an award. We're calling it the Lead Writer Award. And we will be
Rider
promoting,
as in ride, right? Not like ride.
yes, ride, like,
Cowboy
cowboy. Yeah, saddle up your horses and ride.
On Joe or whatever.
Yeah, anyway, so we're very excited to announce that. We'll be probably giving more information on that.
That's the end of the month.
Yeah,
right?
that's January 28th. LaQuincy Reed, a friend
He's
of the
been on
Heritage
here.
Center. Yeah, he's been on Trail Talk a couple of times. He is coming next week with his pieces. He just wrapped up at the Skirvin Hotel. He is bringing lots of his sculptures,
Mhm.
including a brand new piece, the maquette for the Heritage Center that he's making. And we are excited. We're going to unveil that. His reception is a week from tomorrow, Thursday, the 12th, from 6 to 8 p.m. in the evening. Come by. It's free. There's food, there's art, there's fun. I mean, I love our art
Fun.
receptions. Yeah. Sometimes we have a chocolate fountain. I don't know if that's happening or not this time, but so LaQuincy will be here. The Code Talker. Well, I showed you that one.
Mike Larson.
Mike Larson's painting. It's
Mhm.
home now forever. And also sometime this year, we don't know when it will air, but Discover Oklahoma is coming to the Heritage Center to get some feature footage. So we will be appearing on Discover Oklahoma. We'll let you guys know when we know what the date of that will be. And then some of the things I talked about, LaQuincy's here, Youth Art Month. Alan Ball is going to be here April, May, and June. Alan's art is photography. So he will be our featured artist at that time. And then Michael Davison, local artist extraordinaire.
Friend of the Heritage. Center.
Yeah, for sure. He will be our featured artist July, August, and September. And then we're going to wrap up the year with Dustin Oswald and his, say the word for me because I can't remember. I was reading what kind of art it
Oh,
is.
classified.
It's a Roche. Look it up on the calendar. It says something about his art on there. Of course, we're gonna have, let's talk about it. Beginning
National Night of
February
Cowboy.
13th, yeah, and let's talk about it is the second Monday in February, March, April, May, and June. Spell it.
DORSHAKBLOK.
Dorshak Block Art.
I'm glad you got that. 'cause
I don't know
was
what
like
that
doing-
means. I hope I didn't say a bad word in another language just now.
She didn't shorten that. G-rated went away.
Um,
We're going on to different language.
But anyway, that's what Dustin Oswald's art is gonna be. But yeah, we're gonna do, let's talk about it. All of these things will be promoted in detail on Facebook, on our website, on KSWO, in newspapers. We're gonna be everywhere, anywhere people will let us talk about our things.
He's gonna let us in.
Exactly. And so you won't miss out if you're listening.
Tuned in.
Yeah. Tune in. We're going to have our summer program. We're gonna do free family art Mondays in June, National Day of the Cowboy in July. Cowpokes is starting up next Monday. It's
Monday.
not too late. You can still join up.
Yeah.
Call us here at the Heritage Center, come by, and we
Even
can
if we
get
get
you
started, you can
enrolled.
still come.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
the weeks aren't typically connected to each other, so you can drop
Right,
in anytime. And we'll have another session in September, and we're doing Halloween on the trail again. Oh, wait, I completely forgot. Our big event of the year, Raining in the Arts, is back. And it's gonna be on April the 8th, and it's going to be outside, and we are bringing all the arts together again. We have multiple performers, tons of artists bringing their visual arts here.
Performing
We're gonna
arts.
have, performing arts, we're gonna have dancers, cowboy poets, interpreters, singers, line dancers, I mean,
Yeah.
all sorts of very talented people are gonna be here. It's gonna be a super fun day.
Raining in the Arts. or Rain-
And drum roll, Jay Snyder is gonna be with us that day. So if you want to come and hear the Poet Laureate 2023 of Oklahoma and get your picture with him, get his autograph, I mean, whatever you want to do, come by here on April the 8th and see and
Check
meet
that out.
Jay Snyder if you want to. I just feel like it's gonna be a whiz bang year.
A whiz bang.
Mhm.
I thought 2022 was a whiz bang as well.
It was, but somehow we're gonna try to top it this year. I don't know what we're gonna do,
And
but
of course, we'll be here.
as
You
always,
can't have,
have trail talk every week
you
too.
can't have a year without.
I
us.
believe we surpassed our 200th episode in 2022.
Yeah,
And
we
so
look good for 200.
we are just trucking along.
Bailey didn't.
So much for all the support you give us all the time. 2022 was a great year, and it was because of you. We can't do, there's no reason for us to be here if we don't have the support of our community, the schools, the artists. Everyone is a team. It's one big team, and we appreciate your support. We depend on it. And
We thank you for it.
yes, we do. We thank you for it so much. And we just look forward to seeing you coming through those doors in 2023. So until then, happy
Happy
trails.